This man is actually wearing a string thong and a bra. The goal has always been to feminize these men. And now, thanks to people like Lil Nas, it is mainstream. It was in the wheelhouse when Tupac did it, Biggie did it, Run DMC parts of it, Two Live Crew parts of it. Eminem came out and he started making an entire song about being sodomized. That's okay too. No, it's just a song. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. Then he wore makeup. That's different. Lil Wayne seen on video kissing a man on the lip. That's different. He's a thug. You, as the parent, you, as the adult, have to step in. Why are you upset? Men can wear that too. It's just clothing. It's a man thong. And that's not a bra. It's a sports accessory. Hey, he thug though. He hard. Look at that man. He's a thug. But you ain't gonna talk that. You ain't gonna say that to his face. You can't call him out for wearing that. Okay. Now, why am I saying all this? I want you to see this. Now, it disturbed the mess out of me. And I mean really disturbed me. So I figure if I'm going to have my eyes seared and poured Clorox in it, y'all going to join me. So please, without further ado, please welcome to the stage the very, well, not first, the offspring of the very first one, cross-dressing rapper. Here he is.
The A tat on me, baby. It don't get no player than that, baby. I'm the only goddamn blonde wig out here, born and raised here. That way.
Thank you, Lil Nas. Your job was successful. You've done exactly what you needed to do, and everyone is now worse off for it. This is crazy to me. So we're going to break two things down. We're going to break what the rap genre really is supposed to be saying it's about versus what it is actually about. Last night we had a conversation, and Corey said something that pissed off a lot of people. But then again, we just have to open our mouth and that go happen. So we're kind of getting used to it. But you could just say, bah, and people going to say, you can't be mocking sheep. And you know how I go. So we talked about something about the gang culture, and the gang culture being akin to a funny. Yeah, okay. And people got mad at that. Not all of them. We had the discussion before where we said that the whole culture of that kind of ideology is not straight. Because what you're doing is really taking emotionality that should belong to the more volatile sex and applying it to men and calling it tough. I want you to prove to me that what you just saw is the definition of tough. If you could do that, you could sell salt to the sea. If you could do that, you could take sand to the Sahara Desert and find every grain that you pour out. You can do that if you can tell me and prove to me that what you just saw was masculine, tough, hardcore, thug. This man is actually wearing a string thong and a bra, walking as though he is not tough, very soft, plush, Charmin, cotton candy, sweet. But this is the new culture. We've talked about this before, where the culture of this particular rap genre is moving more and more towards the effeminate. The goal has always been to feminize these men. And now, thanks to people like Lil Nas, it is mainstream. Now understand, this started forever ago. It was in the wheelhouse when Tupac did it, Biggie did it, Run DMC parts of it, Two Live Crew parts of it. All these big names that you thought were just, oh, man's man, and you talk bad about me, I'm gonna pop, pop, pop. See, real manly behavior? No. You see, they started to encourage you into thinking just like an emotional wreck. React to everything out of your feelings. Be wounded, be offended, and turn that offense into something violent. That was the precursor. Then they decided, okay, you know what? Engage more on your sensitive side and dress a little different. Long hair, colored braids, flashy clothes. Let's take that one step further down the Old Town Road and put ourselves in a pink tutu-looking dress and call it chaps. No, let's take it one step further. Now you're going to dress like a pole dancer and slide all the way down the hill, give the devil a lap dance. And no, 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 take it one step further. We're going to put you in prison and dance with a bunch of naked men. No, 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 one step further. Mind you, this is still rap music, by the way. One step further. Now we're going to have you doing the ultimate thing. You're on the cross now. What's the result? Kids that watch this are influenced. You listen to it, kids are influenced. Everybody around, that sound, that visual is permeating their hearts and minds. And eventually, see how this little, I don't even know how old he is, but he couldn't be more than 23, 24 years old. Couldn't. This is where they've gotten them down to. This is where. On the women on the other side are being affected just as tragically. Sell your body. Expose yourself. Get run through. Be promiscuous. With everybody. Maybe you have. It's an endeavor to destroy everything about the future generation. This particular look, while it may seem that it's a one-off, wasn't the behavior on stage of many of these rappers considered one-offs before? It's now mainstream. It's now the thing to do. It's not what you talk about. It's not what you do in the back rooms. It used to be seedy hotels that this stuff took place in. It used to be executives that would meet in these rooms and then they will tell you to do something and it would be sequestered away. You'd never hear about it. It would be rumors and spreads. Now it's on mainstream TV. Now you can go and do an interview as a rapper and dress completely like a girl and everybody would be applauding you. Live your truth. You'd be called a king. I thought people told me that when we were raising a stink about this, that we were conspiracy theorists, that you're just stretching for the truth. Now you don't know what believing. That's dumb. That would never happen. You remember when they told us all they want is the right to get married. Then they told us, well, all they want is the right to participate in this. All they want is the right to become a priest. All they want is the right to become a pastor. All they want is the right to read their literature to children. All they want is the right to dance as they will in front of it. All they want is to take a kid to a parade and dress half naked. All they want is to simply be free and live their truth and parade in front of young, volatile kids naked. I thought we were stretching. I thought we were the ones that were paranoid. When we said this is where it would eventually lead to, give them an inch, they take 15 miles. We were told we didn't know what we're talking about. And here we are today. Remember when we said that rap, even way back in the day, was promoting the gay culture? You said, nah, they hard, okay? Then we told you they're dressing more and more, they're singing more and more. Hey, Eminem came out and he started making an entire song about being sodomized. That's okay too. No, it's just a song. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. Then he wore makeup. That's different. Lil Wayne seen on video kissing a man on the lip. That's different. He's a thug.
Special delivery too. Big Lack, how you doing, Wayne? Big Don, ain't good. My bad. Look, got the whole family here.
To where we now have Lil Nas dancing in a jail cell with a bunch of naked men, and the influencing factor is a result of this little man here dressed up, rapping in a thong and bra. But we're the crazy ones. We're the ones that don't know what we're talking about. There's no writing on the wall. There's no agenda. There's no plan. Right? We don't know. Well, tell you what. I will take my lack of knowledge over your knowledge any day. So far, I'm batting 100 of my predictions of what is coming, which obviously means that you're not batting 100, but you're still holding on to a losing score and telling me that you're winning. That's like a basketball team going out, getting blown out 100-2. And every time they take a shot and it goes in, they're like, yeah, and they go up to the opposing team and scream in their face, I'm dunked on you. Bro, you're down 100-4. What are you talking about? Like you're losing. And they're acting like they're the ones with the 100 points. And then when the game's over, they go to the refs and say, what are you talking about? We lose. Because the other team had more points? Yeah, but did you see that dunk I did? Once. And that got you to 6 points, but they scored 115 on you, bro. They won the game. And then you get mad. You can stay that way and believe that you won. It doesn't change the fact that what is happening to the youth is a direct result of what's happening in rap genre. And that goes for every race. Yes, the target audience are young black men. And yes, the highest demographics for the transitioning of a male factor to a female factor is happening in the black community. More and more young men are walking around wearing nails. The black nail polish, you've seen that one? It used to be the gothic people back in the 1980 and 1975, 1990, 2000. The gothic movement came out with these black nails, black eyeliner, everything with black spike hair. They considered that, for the white people to do. No, it was an effort to normalize the idea behind it, and it worked. Then they had to drag it into the rap culture. Started back in the 70s, came into the 80s, came into the 90s, and progressively it got worse and worse and more obvious. Today, they don't have to hide nothing. Lil Nas is praised for his music. Award after award, spotlight after spotlight, commercial after commercial, collaboration after collaboration. This will not end. Their goal has a much larger audience at hand. And the more we give into it, the more they feel fed, and the more volatile our children are. They're not going to stop. You, as the parent, you, as the adult, have to step in. You have to open your eyes to what's going on and keep your children from this mess, because they're making it more and more palpable for the kids. They're going after them directly, both by color, sound, and everything else that appeals to kids. If I had any advice for you, any at all, it'd be use your God-given protection rights and execute them to the fullest of your abilities. Your kid might be mad at you temporarily because you've blocked them from something that they want, but it is not what they need. Deal with the upset child now so that you don't have to deal with a dead one later. Because I guarantee you this, once that happens, you will never, ever, ever find a way to forgive yourself.